Is it working? All right. I need somebody to check it on YouTube, off their phone. Kelly with the puck, if you can hear me. It should be live now. I just got a text that we are. All right. Yeah, it's live. All right, we're live again. Sorry for the mishap. Might have been Wi-Fi driven. Shot by Dylan. Save made. He still got it behind the goal line. He was trying to center it to Erickson. Weiss putting up some room out in front. Weiss with a shot. Save made. And Weiss had it, and he had some space out in front. And Minneapolis goalie made the save. All right, you're going to be blocked from seeing it for a little bit. Erickson from out in the slot. Backhander was just wide. Now, Minneapolis has a step. They're coming the other way. Shot. Lamparski got a piece of it. Into the corner it goes. They still have control. Orono working to try and get the puck. It comes out into neutral. Minneapolis puts it back in the zone. Right back out by Pierce. Minneapolis right back in. Little bumping and squeezing going on. Erickson ends up with the puck. He makes a move. We need a change. Weiss has the puck. He's 1-on-2. He goes wide. He'll hold up. Dylan comes with him. Now, to Peck. Shot. Goes off a Minneapolis leg, and that's smarted. That player's hobbling off. But Minneapolis going the other way. Peck comes back on the back check to get the puck. He'll have it along the boards. He gets it into neutral. It was almost on Lee's stick, but Minneapolis able to dump it back in. A little nerve-wracking right now. Lee hits Peck. Peck enters the zone. He'll shoot. Goes off a Minneapolis skate. He's taking some carnage with him on legs and feet. Now Lee! Backhander from the slot, just wide. Minneapolis able to clear out to neutral. Grabbed by Lee. He's got Downey on the other side. He shoots. Save made by the glove. Goalie hit it with the glove, popped up in the air, and then caught it. So no offside opportunity for Downey. He slams a stick. He was hoping for one. Good pressure, though. We're still a 0-0. 3 shots for Orono, 2 for Minneapolis. 7:53 left in the second. Or, sorry, the first period here. Burke has it. Gets knocked off his stick. Kelly takes a shot. Goes off another Minneapolis leg. We need to start shooting it when they're not right in front of it. Anyway. Minneapolis doing a good job of blocking shots thus far, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They try to dump it in. Fessler able to kick it. Now it comes back out into neutral, so we got to get reset and onside. Keefe just past the red line, dumps it in deep. Fessler's going to get there first along the midboard. Minneapolis able to get a stick on it, knock it out. They're on the attack again, being harassed by Burke on the back check. Now Fessler on the back check. It's loose out in front. Pierce able to clear it to the side. Still loose. Burke and Pierce working in the corner. Fessler gets it out into neutral. Now Minneapolis. They'll play it right back out. Erickson on the forecheck. We're offside. Kelly was in the zone. So we'll get a whistle and a face-off just outside the Minneapolis zone. 6:36 left in the first. No score. All right. Weiss grabs it off the face-off, throws it in the zone. Dillon chasing. He's able to get a stick on it to Weiss. Back to Dillon. Got past him. Minneapolis defending. We're just kicking it around. We are, man, out of sorts. Clearing effort. Intercepted. Weiss gets it to Erickson. Erickson being harassed. Gets it in the zone. Now it goes wide. He's still on it. He gets it to Weiss behind the goal line, or in the corner now, Weiss. He's being harassed. Spacing! Man. Uh-oh. Minneapolis tips it in, but Kinder there to play it out to neutral safely. Now Weiss has some space. He brings it across the blue line. He'll shoot. It went off a leg wide. Dillon on it. He'll get it almost back to Weiss, but there was a Minneapolis player in the way. I didn't see that. Now Minneapolis has it. They'll dump and change. And Dacey back to play it. Dacey to Peck. Across the red line. Now across the blue line. He's being harassed. Now down he comes to help. Minneapolis has it along the midboard. Peck almost had it for a moment. Now they clear it. Pierce has to backtrack. He'll throw it up back out into neutral. Peck able to grab it. Peck moves in. Gets a backhander off the side of the net. Now he circles. He dishes to Lee down low. Lee hit Downey, but he hit his left skate. Or Downey had it hit off his left skate. Goes on net. Save made. We get a whistle. 4:40 left. No score in the first. Minneapolis wins the draw. Fessler grabs it. It's loose out in front. Minneapolis has it. They'll exit the zone. Pierce and Keefe in good position on defense. Keefe working at it, trying to find it. Along with Burke. Now Fessler from the midboard. Throws a pass out, cut off by Minneapolis, but Kelly gets it to Burke. Burke puts one on. It's just wide. Fessler behind the goal line. Get rid of it. Now he does to Burke. Burke throws it back to the point for Pierce. Pierce back down to Kelly. No, Fessler. I can't see. Neither can you. All right, Minneapolis is going to dump and change again. Keefe back on the puck. He'll get it to Fessler. Fessler goes cross ice to Erickson just on. Back to Fessler. Now Fessler enters. He's 1-on-3, but they were all kind of behind him. He's able to maintain possession along with Erickson. Now Kelly moves towards the middle. He got a shot off, but it got blocked. Now Minneapolis in neutral. Dillon on. Sully Dillon. He gets it in the zone. And he shoots. Save made. Good shot. Good save. Weiss on the puck. Inside the circle on his backhand. He puts a shot on. Goalie's able to make the save and cover up. Goalie saved it with his stick right up into his glove and squeezed it. 2:47 left. Shots on goal. Orono 6, Minneapolis 2. Erickson to take the face-off. He wins it over to Dillon, but Dillon can't find it. It was at his skates. Minneapolis takes it. They'll clear the zone. They come in onside. Kinder back to defend. Good job by Kinder. But Minneapolis holds the zone, puts it in deep. Dacey chasing. Now from the corner, Minneapolis back to the point. It's going to squeeze out of the zone. Man, I thought Dillon was going to steal it and walk in. Now we've got offsides. 2:16 left in the first, no score. Sully Dillon darn near stole that thing, and he would have had a breakaway opportunity, but the bounce of the puck did not go our way. So Peck, Downey, and Lee, Pearson, Keefe out for the faceoff, won by Minneapolis. They'll play it in. Goes off a skate. Keefe able to clear it to the midboard. Pierce on the puck. He'll skate it out. He loses it. Minneapolis clears back out to neutral. Keefe on the puck. Gets bumped by a couple guys. Lee grabs it. He'll skate in. He's along the side. He centers it for Downey, who gets... It's in! Downey from Lee.
Whose kid was that?
Makes it 1-0. I didn't see it go in the net. I saw Downey get a stick on it, but a great pass from Duke Lee. Downey able to get a stick on it, and it's in the net. 1-0 Orono. All right, sorry, I'm scoreboarding and calling and doing the camera. So Minneapolis controls the face-off into our zone, I should say. Stolen by Peck. Peck works across the blue line, goes wide. He'll dump it for Lee in the slot. Shot. Save made. Or actually, it was deflected, and then Peck got a shot, and the save was made. Now Keefe skates in from the blue line. He'll put a backhander towards the net. It's loose. Minneapolis able to clear it out of trouble. It's being battled for in neutral. Minneapolis comes away with it. Now they'll get it in the zone. Pierce on defense. They'll go back to the point. They'll shoot it back in deep. Centering. Nobody home. Lee clears it out to neutral. Peck on the forecheck. Now Kelly. Now Peck. He got poke checked at the blue line, trying to enter the zone. Puck goes opposite side. Kinder plays it in. No icing as the Minneapolis player catches it, and Orono will complete the change. Kelly out there behind the goal line. He centers for Fessler. Shot. Save made. Good play there. Good look from Kelly to Fessler. Fessler had a good shot. It almost got past the goal line, but the goalie was able to track it down after it hit his body and just stop it. Burke take the draw. Little melee inside the circle. Minneapolis comes away with it. They'll dump it down. Daisy back. He'll get there first. He'll leave it for Kinder. Kinder lost it. Centering pass out in front. It's loose. And clock expires on the first period. Orono skates off after the first with a 1-0 lead. All right, shots on goal after the first period. Orono 8, Minneapolis 2. We're going to send out Burke Kelly and Fessler with Pierce and Kinder on Dacey and Kinder on defense. Face-off won, but Fessler got tripped. No call. No penalties in the first. They're letting them play a little bit. Minneapolis enters the zone, but Kinder there to play it. He'll play it along the boards up to the point, held in momentarily. And Fessler comes away with it. He'll enter the zone. He makes a move towards the middle. He gets it to Kelly. Kelly's kind of all twisted up, so he wasn't able to get the shot off, but Orono retains possession. Dacey from the point into the center. Kinder now holds in the corner. Minneapolis back to defend. Burke on the forecheck. Burke able to grab it. He's being harassed. Minneapolis plays it up along the boards. I think they're just going to clear it out here. They skate it out. And they'll dump it in deep. Try and go track it down. It's loose behind the net. We've got 3 guys back there. Minneapolis had an effort out in front, but taken away by a smart stick by Kinder. Now Kelly enters. He moves towards the net. Ooh, goalie just grabbed it. Man, I thought he had it. Good job just to get the puck on net. He had the goalie moving to the same side he was skating to, and the puck was going the other way, but the goalie was able to stop it. So, 13:49. We got a scoreboard not working on this end. Erickson from the slot. Save. Rebound. Save made. Dylan Weiss and Erickson out there, along with Keefe and Pierce. Good pressure off the face-off. But the goalie able to freeze it. Erickson takes the draw. He wins it back. Weiss has it. Now Keefe. Now Erickson. Now it goes out into neutral. Pierce able to grab it. He's looking for space. He hit Dylan, who's able to tap it into the zone. Now Weiss and Erickson on the forecheck. Minneapolis clears out to neutral. Oh! Keefe interrupted it enough to make it an offside play. Good job by Keefe. To interrupt that play just inside the blue line. Face-off will come outside the blue line, outside the Orono zone. Peckley and Downey on with Kinder and Dacey. One by Orono, 2 Downey along the midboards in neutral. Lee able to grab it. He'll move it in the zone. He passes to Downey in the slot. Shot. Save made. Peck inside the circle. He'll go cross ice to Kinder at the point. Kinder wisely just dumps it down. Now Lee able to cut off the exit pass, but Minneapolis able to clear the zone now. They had something if they could have connected on that pass. They did not. Dacey breaks it up. Lee plays it out to neutral. Minneapolis inside their own zone. Peck takes it away. He steals. He moves in. Shot by Downey, just wide. And by just wide, I mean 6 or 7 feet. But hey, Minneapolis clears to the midboard. Now past the blue line, out into neutral. Dacey gets a stick on it and goes into the bench. Mike Keefe with a heads-up play, not to lose a tooth. He was able to duck, and with 12:16 left in the second, Orono clinging to a 1-0 lead will change them up. Burke, Kelly, and Fessler come out with Pierce and Keefe. Fessler just muscles it into the zone, but now he loses his stick. Oh, he's not happy about it. Orono trying to stay on side, but caught up at the blue line. Keefe has it at the red line. Sorry, center ice, I should say. Now, Kelly tried to hit Burke, streaking towards the net. Interrupted by Minneapolis. They're going the other way. They come in on net. Lamperski with a save. Kicked out opposite corner. Fessler behind the net. Plays it up around the boards. Now Keefe. He'll cycle it back over to Fessler along the midboard. Fessler now. Oh, he tried to hit Kelly. right at the red line, interrupted by a Minneapolis defender. They'll knock it back in. Pierce goes back to retrieve. He's being well defended, but he finds space. He skates it out. Across the blue line. Poke check. Held in by Erickson, who just came off on a change and played out of the zone. And now we got an offside. Face off. Excuse me. Face off will come at center ice, as that's where the pass originated. Erickson, Weiss, and Dillon out with Gacy and Kinder. Orono controls the draw. Dillon puts it in the zone, but poke checked right back out, so we'll have to reset. We go D to D a couple times. Now cross ice pass for Weiss. Unable to hold cleanly. That almost was a trip. They haven't called anything yet. Out in front. Shot wide. Lemparski's lost her stick for the moment. Go grab it, Lola. You got time. She's got it. Now we're in the Minneapolis zone. Erickson along the boards, battling along with Weiss. They win it. Erickson, ooh, rips one just wide. I don't even know how he got that shot off. He was being harassed. Played in from Dacey at the point. Back behind the net. Dacey holds again as Minneapolis was trying to clear. Minneapolis opposite side now. Now they throw it out into neutral. It gets past everybody. They wave off icing. They said Dacey could have played it. They might have got a gratuitous call there. Now, Dacey wheels it past the red line, dumps it in the zone. It's loose. Dacey goes to try and retrieve it on the forecheck. Now Lee out in front. Shot by Dacey, just saved. Lee's still working back there. Now Peck comes to join the fun. Out to the point. Keith is able to hold momentarily. Everybody's going to have to get out of the zone. Now Peck brings it back in. He wheels towards the net. Tough angle shot goes off the beak of the helmet of the goalie into the netting. We'll get a whistle. Still just 1-0. 9:19 left in the first. All right, Minneapolis behind their own net. Forecheck, Lee and Peck. They're able to clear to the midboard. They're looking to clear the zone. Not yet. Not yet. Downey able to hold. Now they clear it. Lee almost had that one. Now Minneapolis moves towards the net. Shot. Lemparski saved. Shot. It's loose out in front. Lemparski made a save. It bounced towards the middle. Lee was able to corral it. He hits Downey. Downey makes a move in the circle. He's trying to get it towards the net. He gets poke checked. Gets kicked around a bit. And Minneapolis should be able to clear the zone here. They do. Out to neutral. Fessler with a stick. Now Kelly on. He loses a wheel, but he's able to do the job. Now Kelly gets back up. He and Fessler. Fessler able to punch it in. Burke on the forecheck behind the red line. Behind the goal line, I should say. In the corner. Fessler comes away with it. He'll put on the brakes. He's looking for somebody. He's got Burke. Burke back down to Fessler. Fessler centered it on net, but defended. Now he centers it again. Kelly was trying to get a shot. Now defended just outside the Minneapolis zone. We put it back in onside. Held in. Good job by Dacey. Opposite side for Kelly. He'll play. He was trying to play it back to Kinder. Now it's in neutral. Dacey grabs it. He lost it, trying to enter the zone. Man, fierce battle between the blue line and the red line. Now Minneapolis clears. Breakaway. He loses it. He gets the shot off. They're trying to find it. It's loose out in front. He circles around. It's loose out in front again. Cleared to the center. Shot goes off Weiss's skate wide. Woo! Man, Minneapolis putting all kinds of pressure on. Shot! Save made. And Lola gets a whistle. 6:46 left. Minneapolis has come back with a fury. Shots on goal now are 12 for Orono, 9 for Minneapolis. And Kinder's going to go off for a slash. He's in the wrong box. Hey! Wrong box! They got the right player. They put him in the wrong box. He'll have to skate around the opposite box. We'll be on the penalty kill. And with 6:46 left, we're going to be shorthanded for 90 seconds. Erickson, Keefe, Dillon, and Pierce out there. Shot from the point. Oh, blocked by Erickson, and he's got a breakaway. He moves in. He dekes. He scores! Erickson makes it 2-0 Orono. A steal and a breakaway. Short-handed. Tage Erickson. Unassisted. That's huge. All right. Now Minneapolis controls the draw. Still on the power play. Oh, big collision by Dillon and the Minneapolis player. And Dillon, he's getting up slowly. He's going to skate off, but he's hurt. I'll keep you informed on what I see on that. That was a nasty hit. Shot from Minneapolis just wide. Now Minneapolis controls inside the circle. Pierce whacks at it. Now Peck has it. Peck breaks a couple ankles, moves in, short-handed, gets pushed. He gets it to the net. We're still on the kill for another 34 seconds, but good job killing it thus far. Keefe knocks it back out into neutral. Minneapolis. Now Weiss, just inside of his own zone, skates it out to neutral. He'll move in. He's got a shot. Ooh, man, I don't know where that went, if it went off the post or what, but 6 seconds left, and we're going to kill this thing off, it looks like, as they play it out to neutral, but played there by Fessler, back into the zone, and we're even strength again as Kinder comes out of the box. Puck in the Minneapolis zone. Peck on it with Weiss and Lee. Now Minneapolis able to clear. Casey able to interrupt it momentarily. Now, shot, save. Good save by Lamparski. We're going to clear it out opposite side. A little too far for Downey. Now, we play whack-a-mole. It's loose in neutral. They've got numbers. Casey takes the shooter. He passes off. Save! Another save! It's loose. Peck able to clear it to the midboard. Man, that was dangerous. Great saves by Lola, stretching hard on the first one, and then kind of laid out for the second one. She was able to corral that. Now, Orono on the attack. Lee. He shoots. Great shot, pad save. Downey inside the circle. He puts it on net. Lee, oh man, I thought he was going to put that in and bury it. Minneapolis, they clear. Good pressure from the Spartans. Good end-to-end action on that shift from both sides. 3:48. Now Pierce on the puck. He's looking for Downey all the way down the rink. Downey able to tap it into the zone, but he'll go off for a change as we complete the change now. Now, Kelly. He gets tripped up and taken out, but Burke shoots. Save. It's loose. Stay on the puck, boys. Stay on the puck. Kelly shoots just high. Dillon, Burke, and Kelly making life miserable for Minneapolis defense right now. Minneapolis finally able to clear. Defended by Pierce. They put a shot in. Lola easily steers that one aside. Pierce tries a Michigan behind his own net. He wasn't trying to shoot it or anything, but he had it in the air on his stick. They'll clear other side. Keith hits Dylan. Dylan able to corral it. He hits Kelly in the slot. Kelly, he was centering. Nobody was there. But Keith able to get to it and hold the zone. Kelly back behind the goal line. He'll play it out to the point. Pierce trying to corral it. He's just able to hold it before it goes over the blue line. Gets it to Dylan. Dylan being defended. We're in the middle of a change now. Erickson on along the midboard. Minneapolis behind their goal line plays it back to the midboard. Keith pinched, tried to hold, but they're able to clear. Now they got a breakaway. It's behind the goal line. Tap towards the center. Pardon me. Shot goes wide. Keith able to clear out to neutral. Good clear by Jack Keith there. Now Minneapolis comes in. They skate towards the net. Shot, rebound, it's loose. Erickson able to grab it and clear it out to neutral. Good clear. 1:39 left in the second. Minneapolis is finding their legs here. They move it towards the net again. Back behind the net. We're clogging up the middle nicely, and Weiss comes away with it, able to skate it out past the blue line before he gets hit. Minneapolis grabs, puts it back in. Keith's going to wind up. Yeah, look out, ref. Fessler hits Erickson, entering the zone. Erickson goes the other side. He's getting all kinds of harassment, and he gets boarded and doesn't draw the penalty. We haven't had a call yet. We haven't been on the power play, I don't believe.
1 minute remaining.
Now, Weiss circling up top. He'll throw it at the net. It goes in. Shot by Weiss, unassisted. Makes it 3-0 with 54 seconds left in the second. Rick Weiss scores unassisted. I mean, he got some good wood on it. I don't think the goalie ever saw it, and it went right over his shoulder into the top portion of the net. Now, Downey on the attack. He'll shoot. Glove down. And whistle. 3-0 Orono, 48 seconds left in the second. Peck, Downey, and Lee with Dacey and Kinder. Peck wins the draw, back to Dacey. Dacey goes D to D to Kinder. Kinder makes a move past one guy. He'll shoot. It's loose. Downey tried a stuff effort. He got taken down in the process. It was wide. Now Kinder puts it right back out in front. Peck down there working hard. Lee gets it to Peck. Now Peck inside the circle, back to the point for Kinder. Kinder back to Peck. Peck goes opposite side. Downey will cut it off. He lost it, and Minneapolis able to clear. They'll put it in the zone. Kinder holds his man up. Peck able. Peck takes a shot. Not that bad, but still. Lee throws it in just wide of the net at the buzzer. So, Orono leads 3-0 after 2. A lot of action in that period. 18 shots for Orono, 13 total for Minneapolis. All right, scoring for Orono thus far because I actually remember this time. Downey from Lee in the first. Erickson unassisted on a breakaway in the second. And Weiss unassisted in the third. Or sorry, in the second. We're going to the third period. I never changed that on the scoreboard, so I'll start that now. Sorry about that. A little bit too much for me to work the camera, the scoreboard, and talk at the same time. That's a lot for a man. Minneapolis puts it in on net. Lola steers it to the side. Keefe on the puck. So you've got Burke, Kelly, and Fessler out there, along with Keefe and Pierce. Keefe. Now Burke. Now Pierce. Pierce turns the tide, goes the other way, the way we're supposed to go. Kelly brings it in the zone. He dumps it to Pierce. Pierce shoots. Just wide. Burke throws it in from the point. It goes in! 4-0. Burke unassisted. Or if he was assisted, I can't remember who he got the puck from. But from the point, Burke threw one at the goalie. Goalie got his glove on it, but it ricocheted off his glove into the net. So Wes Burke on the board. Early in the third. Sounds like it was unassisted. All right, Minneapolis enters the zone. Kinder cuts that off. Erickson on the puck. He'll skate behind the goal line. He lost it a little bit. Battle for it. Kinder able to clear it along the boards and out of the zone. Sorry if the camera wasn't on that. Oof, it's cold in here today. All right. Battle inside the Minneapolis zone. They're able to clear it. Kinder has got it in the Orono zone. He'll go D to D to Dacey. Dacey hits Dillon. Dillon hits Erickson entering the zone. Erickson shoots just wide. Weiss far board. They're able to hold it momentarily, but punched out to neutral. Cut off by Keefe. Dacey dumps it back in. Erickson gets a stick on it. Inside the corner, he's a little bit alone at the moment. Now he's got some help. Orono started to change. Minneapolis clears. They skate it in. Pushed wide by Pierce. Now taken away by Pierce. He'll hand it off to Peck. Peck skates it all the way into the zone. Moves towards the middle. Shoots just over the crossbar high. Now Minneapolis moves far side. Pierce interrupts it at the blue line. Now inside of his own zone, trying to get it. Minneapolis moves in. Shot. Oh, it was actually a pass to the weak side, which was wide open, but the pass didn't connect. Now Peck. Off the boards to Lee. Lee able to clear. He was looking for Downey, interrupted by Minneapolis defender. Minneapolis trying to clear it now. Cut off by Downey, but now it squirts out of the blue. Over the blue line, into neutral. Lee and Downey working. Lee able to knock it back to Keefe. Keefe over to Pierce. Pierce clears out into neutral. They're offside. They got to wait at the blue line. Lee comes away with it. He enters the zone onside. Skates towards the corner. Centering pass. Goes off the Minneapolis stick. It's loose out in front. Kelly's digging at it, but the goalie is able to cover. It went in, actually, but the whistle had already blown. Kelly arguing his point. He's like, yeah, okay, I get it, but doggone it, he cost me a goal. All right, Burke, Fessler, and Kelly out with Dacey and Kinder. Fessler, off the face-off, moves in, got a shot off. It ricocheted. Now it's on the side of the net. Stuck there. They dig it out. Fessler again with a backhander. It's loose out in front. Burke's got it. Oh, the goalie makes a ridiculous save. Wes Burke should have had his second. And the Minneapolis goalie gloved it out of there. Now Burke enters the zone. He gets taken down. That'll draw a penalty. Yeah, that's a hook. So Burke continues to work. He draws the penalty, and Orono will go on the power play. 11:19 left in the game. They've got 2 minutes on the board. That's not accurate. Now they've got 2 players on the board. That's not accurate. Now they got to change to minute 30. They just got to delete the second penalty they put up there. All right, man advantage for the Spartans for the next 90 seconds. Draw controlled by Minneapolis thus far, but they're shorthanded. Kelly tracks it down. He goes far side. 4, Fessler. Fessler back to Pierce. Pierce. Kelly inside the circle. He now gets it to Fessler. Fessler, shot, save, loose. Minneapolis able to clear. And Pierce gets a stick on it, so that won't be icing. He's able to track it down, get it to Keefe. Keefe enters the zone. He moves behind the net. Centered for Burke, who got a stick on it, but save was made. Now Burke. He was trying to hit Kelly. Kelly tracks it down just inside the blue line. Poke checked again. Now Fessler on the puck. Fessler inside the circle. He'll move it back to Pierce. We got time, boys. Be patient. 32 seconds left. Fessler goes far side. Kelly able to grab it. He'll go right back to him. Fessler shot. Save. Burke. Kelly. Kelly inside the circle. Gets it back to Pierce. To Keefe. 13 seconds left on the power play. Back to Pierce. Shot. Kelly got a stick on it, I think. Redirected it on net, but save made. Now Pierce inside the circle. He'll shoot. Just wide. Orono retains possession. It's Fessler able to cut it off. Now hits Kelly. Kelly hits the post. Minneapolis going the other way as we're 5-on-5 again. Orono gets a change. Now we get back on D. Weiss. Held in by Minneapolis. Keefe. Backhander up the boards to Dillon. Able to clear out the neutral. So Weiss, Erickson, and Dillon at the forwards. Pierce and Keefe on defense. Erickson goes far side. Pierce skates it out to neutral. Skates it into the offensive zone. Puts it on net. Stop made and held on to for a whistle. 8:57 left in the game. Orono with a 4-0 advantage. So Orono's been on the attack. 24 shots on goal to 13 for Minnie. Minneapolis wins the draw back. Dillon on the forecheck. Dillon behind the goal line. Minneapolis able to clear. Now they're on the attack. Gets around Kinder momentarily, not all the way. Weiss comes and helps, and we're going to get a slashing call on, I believe, Jack Kinder going to the box. Number 3 enters the box for 90 seconds for a slash. Will be shorthanded, leading 4-0 with 8:36 left. Peck, Lee, Dacey, and Pierce out there. Battle inside the circle off the face-off. They're all digging for it. Ooh, shot. Pierce able to block it with his leg. Lee trying to get it out into neutral. He does. Minneapolis trying to corral the puck. Now they've got possession. Peck puts some pressure on it. Forces a bad pass. Dacey able to clear along the boards to himself. He'll bring it across the blue line. He centers. He almost had Peck. Peck wasting some time behind the goal line. Now Minneapolis able to grab, but Peck there again. He is a gnat. He's so irritating if they're on the opposing team. He is everywhere and constantly on the puck. He'll get A quick breather for his efforts. We'll bring out Downey and Kelly, along with Keefe and Pierce. Minneapolis gets it in the zone. Keefe plays it back to Pierce. Pierce grabs it behind the goal line. He finds space along the boards for Downey. Downey tries to punch it up. He does. Kelly comes and helps out, gets it across the red line and dumps it in deep. 25 seconds left on the kill now for Orono. Kelly on the forecheck. Minneapolis pass does not connect. They play it out into neutral, but Pierce is there. He'll skate it the length of the ice, burn some more time. Oh, he lost it. Minneapolis, shoot, save, loose, to the point, shot, it's redirected. Lemparski gets the save, and Pierce comes to help her out. They were digging at her, and Liam said, no, 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 no. Of course, the Minneapolis fans who don't know hockey, know basketball better, are yelling that there should have been a penalty assessed to Pierce, who was merely protecting his goalie the way a defenseman is supposed to. All right. Shot from the point off the face-off goes wide. Kinder plays it off the boards. He's out of the box, and the penalty is over. Burke dumps it in. Save made. It wasn't really dumping it in. He shot it in on net. Forced the goalie to make a save. Now, shot from Burke. Goalie couldn't find it. But they blow a whistle. Kelly hit Burke inside the circle. Burke ripped one, and goalie had stopped it, but did not know where it was. 6:41 left. Face-off controlled by Orono. Fessler gets it to Burke. Burke getting double teamed. Now Kelly. Now we've got all three guys behind the goal line. Now hits Fessler. Scores. Kelly hits Fessler. Fessler from Kelly, I should say. Makes it 5-0. 6:28 left. We'll change them up. Erickson, Dillon, and Weiss come out with Pierce and Keefe. Minneapolis plays it in off the face-off. Pierce back to play it. He'll dump it for Keefe, who hits Dillon. Oh, Dillon tried to hit Erickson and comes on a Minneapolis stick. Shot. Save. They just announced the goal. Fessler from Kelly. 5:52 left. Minneapolis controls back to the point off the draw, but whiffs on the shot. Erickson trying to hit Dillon inside the zone. He does. Back to Erickson. Erickson gets a shot, but it was tangled up when he released it, and Minneapolis going the other way. Minneapolis defended by Weiss. Weiss takes it away. He'll skate it all the way across the blue line. Now he was trying to hit Erickson in the slot. Pass doesn't connect. Interrupted by Dacey just inside the blue line. Kinder back to play it as we have changed out our D. Now cleared out to neutral. Back in by Minneapolis. Dacey on the puck. They throw it back behind the net. Minneapolis controls into the slot. Pass doesn't connect. Back to the point. Shot back in. Dacey cuts that off. Clears to Weiss. Gets across the red line. Dumps it in. Now he's on it again. In the corner. Back to Peck. Peck to Kinder. Kinder to Lee. Lee goes opposite side. Doesn't connect, but Dacey able to hold. Weiss still out there. Moves in. He tries to pass. Broken up by Minneapolis. Minneapolis now clears. It's inside the zone. The player gets a step. Shoots. Lemparski save. Now, Downey on. Oh, he overskated it, but Peck's got it. Downey hops back onside. Peck shoots. Save made. .346 and the clock is still going. They haven't stopped the clock. We must be in running time with a 5-goal lead. So running time now. Minneapolis wins the face-off and clears. Cross-ice pass, connects, moves towards the net, shoots. Lamparski save and squeezes it for a whistle. Minneapolis frustrated right now. 17 shots on goal for them, 28 for Orono. We'll change it up. Burke, Kelly, and Fessler out there with, shot from the point comes in, doesn't connect, and we get a high stick. As I was saying, Burke, Fessler, and Kelly, and we're changing out the D, as I was going to mention Pierce and Keefe, but Dacey and Kinder come back out. 2:45 and counting. 5-0 Orono. Kelly plays it back to the point. Kinder able to play it back down. Kelly moves towards the net. Now puts the brakes on now. He centers. It's loose momentarily, and Burke almost got it, but he got bumped out of the way, and the goalie snatched it. I like the way we've been around the net today. Burke wins the draw. Shot from, I think it was Dacey. Save made. Fessler along the boards. Minneapolis, gets caught up in the snow. Fessler able to punch it back in, but Kelly was in the zone. So now we get the offside call. 1:48 and counting as the clock continues to run. Erickson, Weiss, and Dillon come back out with Pierce and Keefe. Unless some kind of horrible event happens, Orono will play at either 6 or 6:30. Dillon to Weiss, he scores. 6-0. Sorry, I was trying to tell you about tomorrow. Weiss from Dillon. Face off. Anyway, tomorrow the championship game is not until like 6 or 6:30 at night, which is kind of weird for a tournament, but we'll be back here at that time. It's either 6 or 6:30 or 6:20, sometime between 6 and 6:30. Dillon steals. He toe drags. Erickson tracks it down. 38 seconds and counting. Erickson back to Pierce at the point. Pierce will release. Save made. Erickson back to Pierce again. He's able to hold now. Minneapolis knocks it past the blue line. Pierce back to play it. Strong on the puck. He got poke checked. Get it out of the trouble spot. Thank you. In neutral. Minneapolis plays it back in just beyond the red line. Pierce back to play it. He's just going to hold it up against the board, and that'll do it. We get the buzzer. Lamparski gets the shutout. Orono gets the victory, and they'll move on to the championship game tomorrow. 6-0 Orono. Well, it was tight there in the first. Things loosened up in the second, and Orono able to hold on. We'll see you tomorrow.